1994-95 was an historic season for Leicester City Football Club. It was the Foxes' first ever campaign in the Premiership, a year packed with drama, both on and off the pitch. Leicester hit the headlines in a big way when Brian Little said goodbye to Filbert Street and walked straight into the manager's chair at Aston Villa. In his place came popular new boss Mark McGee, but the damage was already done and City's top-flight stay turned out to be a short one. Nonetheless, City enjoyed some magic moments, none more memorable than this first ever win in the Premier, when Julian Joachim outshone Tottenham's German superstar Jurgen Klinsmann.
And now it's 3-1, and now they have on the go.
The big summer signing was Mark Draper from Notts County. The fee of £1.25 million, a new club record. Draper was destined to make a big impact at Filbert Street, attracting the attention of all the top clubs. The season kicked off against Newcastle, a side destined to make a red-hot start to the season. City were given an early warning that promotion to the top flight was a big step up.
And Sellers can run at the back men now. Beardsley coming in from the left, in space. Cole! That's Newcastle for you. Where they left off last season, they've started this time around, and the goal thoroughly deserved. Looking to go through the player. Elusive work from Fox. To the feet of Cole. He's prepared to tussle for it as well. That's part of the Newcastle ethic. Fox with the cross. That's by Howard. Courage to go on. Puts it in. Fox. Beardsley. He's through. Oh, through the goalkeeper as well. 2-0. And the double act absolutely dynamic. 2-0 they lead. It's a long haul in this game for Leicester City now. And here's Hill with a free kick. A penalty. Push by Peacock, I think it was, on Walsh.
It's definitely what he's given it for, Mark. It's definitely what he's given it for. I thought Albert and Peacock got a bit confused, but they want to get this taken quickly, don't they?
Mark Draper wants to take it quickly. Oh, he doesn't take it successfully. Cernicek with the save. Cernicek saying, I'm the man in possession. Fox. Oh, and Elliott is free, coming in from the left. It nestles in for Robbie Elliott, and the substitute has rubbed it in here. 3-0. Peter Beardsley, who a year ago, of course, had his jaw damaged severely in that testimonial match up at Anfield. I wonder whether that's a blow in the same sort of area around the cheekbone.
Certainly around the cheekbone, but it's totally accidental. You see that Peter turns into it as Thompson comes in for the tackle. I mean, it might be as well actually just... Yeah,
he's up, but the bruise is up.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be bruised, there's no doubt about that. But it makes sense to take him off, and you've done your bit. The 3-0 up, 10 minutes to go, Martin. Just take him off, make sure they don't do anything silly. But there's certainly anxious looks there.
Oh, look where Cernicek's gone. Well, he's going to be going in another sense. And suddenly, although they're in no danger of losing the game, it's going wrong for Newcastle. Peter Beardsley taken off, Pavel Cernicek sent off in the opening game. He was sent off in the second game last season. It comes even earlier this time around. Agnew, worth a try. Oh, and Hooper's fumbled it. In comes Joachim. Well, something for Leicester City to take away from their first game back, but not a happy moment for Mike Hooper.
Not so sure if this moved a bit. Certainly, Hooper's body motion suggested he was moving to his right. It goes back to his left. He can't gather it. It did dip viciously. But if you're not going to gather it, then you've got to push it away. There he's going to his right. Doesn't really do anything with it. Didn't look to me as if he was trying to take it into his body or parry it away from goal. Just kind of put his arms behind it, dropped down, and Julian Joachim right behind it.
Further evidence of the size of City's battle for survival came 2 days later at Ewood Park, where £5 million man Chris Sutton was destined to crown his home debut with his first goal for Blackburn. Sutton's opening strike came in the 18th minute. But City battled back and they could have landed an equaliser. A neat move set up Mark Draper, but Tim Flowers was on top form and it wasn't to be. Chris Sutton was involved again when Rovers finally made it 2-0 just inside the hour. Henning Berg was in the right place to apply the final touch. Goal number 3 was on the cards from the moment Rovers crossed the halfway line with a quick break. Slater had City at full stretch with a shot that came back off the woodwork, and there was Alan Shearer to prod the ball home. 3-0 the final score. 2 defeats and 6 goals conceded in the opening 2 Premiership matches was only the start of City's problems. Another long-term knee injury for Steve Walsh was a crippling blow. Matters did not improve at the City ground.
Phillips quickly onto the ball. A beautiful solo goal. What a reputation he's earning. Forest 10 on the speed and 10 on the style again. Wone, Roy, he's one-on-one with Mickey Mohan, who's closing him down. He's turned Mohan. He has support in Collymore. Wow, what a shot! Almost broke the bar, that one. Steve Stone going through. Mickey Mohan has already had a yellow card, and I think he is about to get a red. Unlike Mike Atherton, he's not staying around for the decision. Shows him his number, and Mickey Mohan will play no further part.
There was no way back for City's 10 men. With nothing to show for the season's first 3 matches, City badly needed a positive result against Queen's Park Rangers. A bright start raised expectations at Filbert Street, but it turned out to be an uphill battle.
Number 17, Steve Thompson. He steps aside, and that's drilled in. Oh, off the crossbar! What a tremendous strike that was from Steve Agnew. Big boot from Mohan. This is Gary Mills. Mills put under pressure there by Sinclair. And left riding on the ground, and that's a yellow card for Sinclair. Well, red card it is, and I don't think he can have any arguments at all about that. And again, not a bad cross, well intercepted by Mohan. Bardsley going for the 1-2. He's in for the shot here, turns it back, oh, it's an OG! And that's desperately bad luck for Leicester City. Barker wanted it played back. Impey getting it in. Ferdinand's there. Great save by Kevin Poole. Well, the England centre forward hitting it first time. It's a good cross this from Impey. And well taken by Ferdinand with the inside of the left foot. But Kevin Poole was there to turn it over the top. Mickey Mohan knocking it forward. Low again at the end of it. Away goes Roberts. Oh! So unlucky. Philpott sends it high. In comes the header. Oh, great save. A brilliant save that. Good run across the line that by the young striker with the big future ahead of him. Oh, off the underside of the crossbar, and the header coming in from Ferdinand. Can he get it in? Yes! How about that? A brilliant effort there. Phil G, the scorer.
You had a lot of time to think about that one. Always a difficult situation, that.
I just thought, as the ball was played at me, coming to my chest, I thought chest it down and just hit it. And luckily, I went out for the goalie.
Well, you hit it under the keeper, didn't you, and right into the far corner?
I thought he'd dived over it, but I just thought I'd shoot across the goal.
So you're obviously delighted with that?
Yes. So the gaffer's had a hard decision to make with players, and he's missed quite a bit of pre-season. So with the side he's been doing, it's just been more or less experimenting. But I think we'll get there.
I'm sure you'll want to take the long view. You'll know that fans are impatient and always take the short view. They'll want to know when you expect to see the team beginning to produce.
Of course, yeah, I understand that. I've been in football for 25 years. And for the last 14, 15 years I've been coaching and managing. So I understand all facets of the game, and I'm under no illusions about how difficult it is for us here at Leicester this season. But you've got to be big enough to take it, you've got to handle it, and you've got to work hard. And I think the guys at this football club, along with myself, will work very, very hard to try and bridge the gap, because there is a bit of a gap at the moment for us. But we will try very hard to keep our supporters as happy as we can be. I'm sure they'll be behind us if we can win a couple of games quickly. They understand how difficult it's going to be, but I think a win will just help us a lot, and the supporters of this football club.
So with 4 matches gone, City were one of 4 teams with just 1 point. No one said it was going to be easy in the Premiership, and the opening matches confirmed the size of the job ahead. The month of September began with the signing of Franz Carr, on loan from Sheffield United. With Steve Walsh and David Speedie both recovering from surgery, Carr was a useful addition to the squad. He made his debut against Wimbledon at Selhurst Park.
Lee Philpott. David Lowe inside him here. Now Philpott again. Roberts has made his way into the middle. Philpott with the cross. There is Roberts. And now David Lowe! And the goal for Leicester. 25 minutes gone. A cross supplied by Lee Philpott. And although Ewan Roberts couldn't make decisive contact, well, David Lowe most emphatically could. Really hit that well then, Lowe. Some excellent work down the flank by Lee Philpott, and Lowe is the man to profit from it. No chance there for Hans Segers as the ball whistled past him. Vinnie Jones preparing to launch one of those missiles he calls a throw-in. He does get such distance on these long throws. It goes Harford, it's 1-1. And once again, the long throw from Vinnie Jones has proved such a valuable part of Wimbledon's armoury. Draper, now then to Franz Carr. Getting his cross in, but safely gathered by Hans Segers. And there's a little altercation going on there between David Lowe and Vinnie Jones. Jones, who's out of the picture now, but was certainly involved. And Graham Pole, the referee, had a good view of it all. He was only a few yards away. And I think he's going to take some firm action here. Speaking with Jones and with Lowe, 1 red card, it's 2. Jones, who's already been booked, now dismissed, and so is Lowe, the goal scorer of Leicester. It was all happening there in the centre of your screen as Sega saved from Franz Carr. Carey always in trouble, and he's tripped Dean Holdsworth, and he could go as well. Carey has already been cautioned by Graham Poll, and I'm sure now he's going to reach for the red card. Brian Carey sent off. He lost control of it there. Holdsworth looking to nip in, and he was certainly pulled down by Carey. So Leicester down to 9 men. Barton. Mick Harford has escaped the marking, and it's an own goal. It's gone in off Jimmy Willis. And Wimbledon have turned it round. They lead 2-1.
A contest overshadowed by 3 red cards. But the real disappointment was City's 4th defeat in 5 matches. Spurs, in contrast, have made a cracking start under Ozzy Ardiles. The odds didn't look good against an all-star Spurs lineup, but City upset the form book.
Philpott. Away by Nethercott. Lewis. Draper. Into Ewan Roberts. Chance for Julian Joachim. Good save. Just bounced up in front of Walker and he was able to help it over the bar. An excellent opportunity for Julian Joachim. Classic smash and grab. Up got the big man. In went the small man. Across came the goalkeeper. Away by Edinburgh. Down went Sheringham. Willis got away with it. Flicked on again by Roberts to Joachim. Accommodation starting to click. Roberts getting more and more joy in the air, and Joachim threatening to get some joy beyond him. He was between the 2 central defenders there, just bounced up at an awkward height. Julian Joachim taking on Nethercott. He got past him, Calderwood came across, but it didn't matter. Julian Joachim gives Leicester the lead. And that may just be the moment when Leicester City's season gets off and running. But once Joachim's running, he's difficult to catch. Too quick for Nethercott. Across came Calderwood, but Joachim just managed to poke it maybe off Calderwood into the goal. I have a feeling there was a slight deflection here on the final shot. Indeed there was, and it just looped beyond Ian Walker. It's come in first half stoppage time. Draper. He'll have a go. Not the first time that he's brought the Leicester crowd to their feet this afternoon, Mark Draper. Club's first ever £1 million buy. But he's a young man whom the moneyed clubs have watched for some time, and he's starting to realise his potential. Joachim, on to Draper, on to Joachim. Big moment for Julian Joachim. And a big relief to Ian Walker. Played in by Draper, and he just poked the ball, almost Romario style, wasn't it, with the outside of his right foot. But Walker managed to help it over the crossbar. And here's Joachim, 3 against 2 here. Doesn't know whether just to keep possession or try and put it beyond Spurs. It's played David Lowe in. Oh, David Lowe has won the game for Leicester. Score, and time for Leicester City to party. Julian Joachim, the scorer of the first goal, is the provider of the second. And David Lowe, who's just come on as a substitute, who scored a great goal at Wimbledon last week, has scored another beauty this week. And Leicester City have found their feet in the big league. Sheringham. Klinsmann, he's made space. Oh, and he's made Leicester pay. Not over yet, not by a long way. We're in stoppage time. Roberts has found Joachim again. And again, it's Julian Joachim once more. And now it's 3-1. And now they have won the game. Julian Joachim confirms his return to the side with his second goal of what has been a memorable afternoon for Leicester City. He'll be 20 on Tuesday, and I would think the talk of the party will be his performance against Tottenham.
An historic first ever win in the Premier League, but it was back to earth with a bump in the Coca-Cola Cup.
Wilkins. Intelligent into the path of Smith. How can he get his cross in from here? Good one too. Oh! Terrific save by the keeper from Bissett. Wilkins, good effort. He really caught that on the volley, that Dean Wilkins. There's a poor clearance by Lewis. Wilkins a little unlucky. Minton now for Cotner. And Chapman, it's a goal. No good. And Brighton have broken through at last. And deservedly so.
Kurt Nogan's winner was a blow to City's ego. Meanwhile, it was back to the Premiership battle against rock-bottom Everton at Goodison. There was more frustration when this opening strike from Ewan Roberts was ruled out for offside. Everton were still to win a match after 6 fruitless attempts, and the home side thought they'd cracked it when they took the lead 5 minutes into the second half. Gary Ablett, the goal scorer, and relief as much as celebration was the mood at Goodison Park. Even at this stage of the season, the pressure was already on their new manager Mike Walker. But City were not ready to throw in the towel, and they piled on the pressure in search of an equaliser. Neville, Southall and the woodwork kept the Merseysiders in the lead. This effort, a neat piece of skill and a well-struck drive from Franz Carr. A positive move that sent City's confidence soaring. It began to look like this wasn't to be Leicester's day when further pressure ended with the ball in the net, but once again the effort was disallowed. Julian Joachim was the man with the finish, but the linesman had flagged and his decision stood despite the protests that followed. Time was now running out, but City finally got the goal they deserved 9 minutes from time. The speed of Joachim was too hot to handle for Everton, and his break set up Mark Draper for the point-saving strike. A goal to savour for the Foxes' £1.25 million record signing. His first goal since his move to Filbert Street, and confirmation of his mark of quality. Draper, a player destined to make a big impact in the Premiership. Five points now collected from the opening 7 games meant Leicester ended the month of September in 17th place. There still wasn't much between half the sides in the Premiership, but with 4 relegation places at stake, it was already shaping up for a tough test. October began with the Monday night showdown with Coventry City. It was a contest that started and finished with both sides level on points in the danger zone.
Towards Dion Dublin. Wegley, yes, that'll do. Coventry City are ahead, and that is Roy Wegley's first goal since January the 3rd. Draper and Philpott are the two men standing over the free kick. I know Philpott can be very dangerous at curling them, but it's Draper who takes it. He's hit the bar. Back in again by Moen. Scrambled clear by Dublin, the captain who was back defending. Well, Draper unlucky.
They've settled now, Ian, after losing the goal. They've had a good spell. Some nice passing, some good movement, and one or two chances, which is important.
Gillespie's challenge.
I'd be surprised if it's not a booking. Defenders not allowed to come in from behind. And if the referee gives a free kick, then he automatically books him. Joachim just trying to turn him here. He's looking to get away. And Garrigle.
Oh, he's got a red card.
Oh, well, I can't believe that.
On his return to the Premier League, the first time in the starting lineup for 11 years, and Gary Gillespie is sent off. Philpott's corner. Moen went up for it, and he looked to foul Cook. And he's going to, I think, be penalised for this. Is Jimmy Willis is the man being spoken to for that challenge. Oh, another red card. Jimmy Willis gets the red card. Well, we need to look at that again, Andy.
I need to. I must be somewhere else. I need to see this. That's a genuine attempt to head the ball. It's a clash of heads. It's exactly what I thought it was, Ian. A clash of heads. I mean, the referee has completely lost the pace. He attacks the ball in the way you would want anyone to attack the ball in that situation. It's hung up for a centre-back or an attacker to go at it from the corner. There's a clash of heads. There's no doubt about that. You can't argue with it. There's a clash of heads. But that's all there was.
Draper. Joachim! And a goal on the far post for Ewan Roberts. Leicester City level in first half injury time. First goal of the season for the Welshman, Ewan Roberts.
And the smallest man in their attack creates it with a lovely leap and a much better header. That's a magnificent save from the goalkeeper. He can only just plop it out though, and Ewan Roberts is on top of it. And that's a simple opening to Ewan Roberts this season. First goal, a tap in.
Good angle ball, and here's a chance for Joachim. Close.
Well, that is a chance.
Flynn to Cook, good ball. Looked up, played it effortlessly. Pickering. Plenty of men in the middle as well, if they can work something here. Oh, he scored! Ali Pickering.
Or Dion Dublin. I tell you, Dion's walking back. He thinks he's got it.
Philpott. Good run. Still Lee Philpott. And it's still in there, and a chance for Roberts, who's equalised. Ewan Roberts has two, Leicester have two, and has that saved a point for Leicester City.
Well, that's a disaster for Coventry at the back. Well, they were looking for offside. Roberts isn't when the ball comes up. Is he there? Oh, it's hard. Oh, what a tragedy. What a tragedy.
It was a miscue by Pickering, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, Ian. I mean, he did everything to give them the lead, helping Dion Dublin, but this is the other end of where it can be such a disaster for you.
Ewan, well done. You broke your duck in the Premiership this year. How much of a relief is that?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but obviously I'm delighted to score. We'll be happy with the point, the way things went. 2-1 down with about 5 minutes to go, so we're quite content with the point.
Was it a case of just being in the right place at the right time near the end then?
I think it was. There was about 4 ricochets. It's a great ball in from Lee Philpott. And it's so many bodies, and it finally ends at my feet, and I just turned and put it in. Touch of offside there as well. Yeah, delighted to score that.
Ewan Roberts' double against Coventry meant City could now boast a 3-match unbeaten league run. But Coca-Cola Cup hopes went flat in the return leg with Brighton. A stunning strike from Monday after 16 minutes left the Foxes with a mountain to climb. Already trailing 1-0 from the first leg, City now had to score 3, but it was Brighton 6 minutes from time who made it 3-0 on aggregate. Kurt Nogan the scorer. Despite a pointless red card for veteran midfielder Jimmy Case in the final minute, a second bookable offence, Brighton were home and dry. A bad week for City ended at Stamford Bridge.
Just 19 seconds on the clock at Stamford Bridge as Chelsea left Leicester City's defence floundering with their first attack. It was skipper Dennis Wise who supplied the cross. John Spencer, the scorer, with a darting header. Before Leicester had recovered from that setback, they soon had another one. In the 4th minute, Chelsea scored again. A Dennis Wise corner this time. Erland Johnsen, the Norwegian international, headed it down, and Gavin Peacock doesn't miss from there. Leicester offered the odd bright moment going forward, but defensively were always struggling. No surprise then when Chelsea got a third early in the second half. Peacock's pass releasing Spencer to score his second of the game, this before he limped off soon after with a calf injury. He wasn't too badly missed though. It was his replacement Neil Shipley who added Chelsea's fourth a quarter of an hour from the end.
While City had looked out of their depth against Chelsea, it was a different story against an informed Southampton side on the end of an impressive surge up the table. The Foxes were seeking only their second win of the season, and they made a great start when Mark Blake struck the opening blow.
Carr over the top for Blake. Blake's got in. Can he finish? Yes! Superb goal! Mark Blake, the scorer. We're just 3 minutes into this game, and Filbert Street erupts in joy. Carr hitting it early over the top. Blake had already decided to make his run, got in behind the defender Benali, and what a clinical finish that was. David Lowe right on the goal line for Leicester. Carr taking up position on the far post. Oh. Slip there, oh, it's there! 2-0! The defenders stood and watched, and Roberts struck. Sensational start here. It's Roberts again. Draper making the run into the box. This is he. Nice flick on for Blake with a shot. Oh, it's there! I thought the way Besson went down, it was going wide, but the goalkeeper beaten on his near post, and well, look at the scenes here. Absolute joy. Dowie, chance here for Dowie. Oh, it's there! Superb strike from Dowie. Thundered in with the left foot. Jilton slipping out of that one. This is Carr. Now then, he's got a chance to get round the outside here if he really bombs down this right-hand wing. He's gone inside. A chance maybe for Carr. Yes! Oh, what a goal! Franz Carr. Well, that certainly wrapped it up for Leicester City. Oh, mistake! And there, that's what happens when you make a mistake in front of goal. And a player like Matthew Letizia is standing there. Oh my word, another one! Well, we could have a sensation here. And have the Leicester defence just lost their concentration.
Victory against Southampton lifted Leicester out of the bottom 4. But sadly, it was not a result City managed to build on. Their next 3 matches all ended in narrow defeats.
McAllister, we know he can shoot from there. Whitlow gets it away, falls back for the lead skipper. Here's McAllister again. Oh, that's beautifully done. Gary McAllister McAllister scores against his old club and bites the hand that once fed him.
That was magnificent, Ian. Goalkeeper's no chance. Why wasn't he closed down, he's saying. But look at this. Many players would have been looking to knock this right to Worthington. Not McAllister, inside it. Now he assesses it so quickly. And that's an exquisite finish. Absolutely beautiful. And we shouldn't be surprised when Gary McAllister produces a piece of skill like that. What a blow for Leicester, though. What a blow.
Ian Roberts, who was on that nightmare trip that Wales had to Moldova. There were cockroaches in the rooms and cold showers and airport delays and everything else you can think of. And that was his strike partner on that night, Gary Speed, who was used in attack and scored his first goal for Wales. Now then, Draper breaking through the midfield. A chance here for Blake. A goal for Blake. Leicester City are level. Mark Blake is the goal scorer, and Leicester City did that so well.
Well, I said Blake's been unlucky in the first half, but what a great run from him again. And the perfect ball from Draper. Lukic can't get there. And what Julian Joachim didn't do in the first half, Mark Blake does in the second. Goalkeeper comes and spreads himself. But watch Blake. Lift it. Get it off the ground and you must score. And he does. Super response from Leicester. Amazing, even midfield players, when they get on a little run, they get a sniff of goal. 2 goals at the weekend. He follows it up with 1 tonight.
Grayson's good interception. There could be things on here for Leicester City. Grayson in towards Joachim, but the flag is up. The flag is up, it won't count. He was offside when the ball was played through.
It was a great break, Ian, though. There were opportunities for them. They had men. Look at this, look at the 4 blue shots breaking against 2. But
Dorigo.
David Weatherall does well.
Dorigo and Whelan off the other side of the bar, and this time it's crossed the line. Wallace made sure of it, but Leeds United are back in front, and this time Gavin Ward could not keep it out.
Well, it was only a matter of time before a cross connected, and they were playing. Whelan totally unmarked. Gavin Ward does everything he can, but it's what, a foot over the line. Rodney Wallace makes sure, but Whelan is the goal scorer. In he comes, free header and a good header. And Gavin Ward this time can't keep it out.
Next came a home match with Crystal Palace, a keenly contested match that could have gone either way, but it was the men from Selhurst Park who snatched the points with a well-executed goal before half-time. Andy Priest with the perfect finish. With only 2 wins so far in the Premiership, City ended the month of October in the bottom 3. Everton, the surprise team, stranded at the foot of the table. City 5 points ahead of the Merseysiders, with 9 points out of 12 games. November began against West Ham at Upton Park. The Hammers had lost their 2 previous matches.
Bowen headed away by Martin. And the danger passes for West Ham. Dix ran into a bit of a cul-de-sac then. Oh, and Hutchison's going to have to watch his step. He does have a rather unfortunate tackling style, and he's in trouble, he's gone. Second yellow card for Don Hutchison. 33 minutes of the half played, and West Ham are down to 10 men. And Don Hutchison, who got himself into a spot of bother for a challenge on Alan Smith in a match here a month or so ago, went in with both feet, and that's just not acceptable anymore. He was asking for it. Bishop. Morley. Now Monker. Penalty. Nicky Moen's lunge penalised, and West Ham United have a great chance now to take the lead, and who knows, it's been a tight one, maybe win the match. Moen couldn't resist the temptation to tackle, and Moncur just nicked the ball away from him. He was going nowhere special, but it was a mistimed challenge. Step forward, folk hero Julian Dix. Nobody and nothing was going to keep that out.
Are you getting better as a Premiership team?
No, not really, no. I think 2 weeks ago we were doing well. The problem for us at the minute is I think a lot of people will say entertaining side, but we're going to lose games. And that's a problem for me. That's something I don't need. You know, we need to pick up points, and today is an opportunity for us to have picked up points. And we haven't, so, you know, we can't be getting better. We're still very naive and making bad decisions at important times.
Days later, Brian Little was linked with the vacant manager's job at Aston Villa, following the shock sacking of Ron Atkinson. The speculation overshadowed the home match with Man City.
Willis. Well, that was a horrible ball to deal with, Martin. It was a great ball in from Brightwell, it really was. And this is a defender's nightmare. Facing his own goal, 6 or 7 yards, it's about to arrive on the half volley. He gets his foot to it and manages to steer it wide. You have to say that was good defending from a really awkward situation.
Summerby's corner. Oh, that was Beakery. It's in. Taken on the turn by Niall Quinn. Can Leicester make the pressure pay off? Smith, it's dipping. Oh, it's against the bar. Dibble seemed to think it was going to drop over. Curl is there. Hill. Oh, now the referee saw that as a foul. Ross was saying there should be a card out here. And Richard Smith, who was booked in the first half, gets a second yellow card.
Well, I can't have any arguments about that, Mark. I don't think there was any necessity for him to be pulling at Rossler. He would have had to do really well to have collected the long ball.
2 days later, Brian Little resigned, insisting personal reasons and not the prospect of taking charge at Villa had prompted his decision. Alan Evans was left in temporary charge of the team, and the following day Evans made a great start to his short stay in the hot seat in the midweek showdown with Arsenal.
Nobody wide on the right, so he has to go through the middle. Width being provided by Lowe now. Oh, that's a good ball, Ormond Roy, great save, still in play, it's there! It went through the keeper's legs, and Ian Ormond Roy registers his first goal of the season. It's Leicester City 1, Arsenal 0, and that was superb play. Lowe's cross in, a great run here, a great ball. He headed it firmly, magnificent save by Seaman, but look at this, straight through the keeper's legs, and oh dear, David Seaman, England's #1, is on his backside. Oh, and a chance here for Wright to use his pace. He'll hit it with the left foot, gone all the way, and that could be a penalty. It is. Oh, a tragedy for Leicester City. The point is, will it be a red card for Jimmy Willis? 19 minutes into this game, drama here at Filbert Street. If it's a red card, then it could ruin what is turning out to be a really marvellous game. It's a yellow card, so a chance here for Wright to score his 17th goal of the season. And he does, he tucks it away beautifully. 19 minutes gone. It's Leicester City 1, Arsenal 1. Free kick taken by Thompson. The header across, it's there! 2-1. David Lowe punches the air. Dinkley. And Leicester City have regained the advantage again. It came from this quick free kick taken by Thompson. The ball headed square. And that was a great finish by David Lowe. His third goal of the season.
This must have been a very trying 10 days for you.
Well, it has, and it has been for everyone concerned with the club. Yesterday was a bad day, I think, for Leicester City. A terrible day. And it was a point in time where the players must have felt a little bit depressed. I had to say to them, get that out of their system. It was a big game tonight. and they've responded magnificently for us.
As Brian Little's number 2, you were kind of piggy in the middle, weren't you? Torn both ways?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've worked with Brian now for 4 years. We've got a very close working relationship, and I've got tremendous respect for the guy. And, you know, I felt probably his going more than anyone. But, you know, I was in a situation where I was asked to look after the team for tonight's game, and I agreed to do that. And I was delighted for the players that responded in that way.
Sometimes good comes out of adversity, and I sense that on the pitch tonight.
Well, it's something that I said to the players, you know, after things like that happen at clubs, you often get a positive reaction, and that certainly showed tonight. The commitment was total, the fans were excellent and got behind the players right from the word go, and it's been a good night for us.
Will you apply for the job?
No.
Why not?
I don't feel I have to apply for the job.
But you would take it if it was offered?
I didn't say that.
I don't understand that then.
Well, it's a situation where I haven't been offered. I'm not in a situation where I think I have to ask for anything. I was asked purely to look after the game this evening. I've done that. I'll see what tomorrow brings.
Evans took charge of City for the final time at Norwich. Brian Little, meanwhile, to no one's surprise, was appointed manager at Aston Villa.
This is David Lowe. Oh, there's a chance there, and it's put in by Draper. 22 minutes gone, and Leicester City steal the lead. Corner kick then to Norwich City. Go the heads. Oh! Poole missed it! And Newsom scores! Oh, what a bad mistake by Kevin Poole, the goalkeeper. Such helps it on its way to Adams. Adams sends in the cross, it's not a bad one. Oh, a chance here! Oh, it's there! Daryl Such, the scorer, and that surely is the winner. Leicester City's hopes have been dashed.
But how did you actually gee yourselves up for today? Is it a question of pride or what?
I think you play in the Premier League, you don't need much motivation really. You know, the lads have spent 3 years getting here, hard work, and we don't want to chuck it away easily.
You had one of the better managers in the Premiership, obviously, otherwise Aston Villa wouldn't have poached him. How disappointing is that for you?
Well,
he's gone.
Very disappointing, really. I mean, that was probably one of the main reasons I came to Leicester City. I mean, he's a great manager, and that's why Villa, have signed him. But we've got to get on with our own job here. We've got an hard job staying in the Premier League, and we've got to start getting a bit of a run together.
Defeat at Norwich was the first since Brian Little's controversial departure, and it left the Foxes just 1 point off the bottom in 21st position. But that was quickly forgotten in the build-up to Leicester's next match against Little's new club, Aston Villa. Just 11 days after walking out, Little was back at Filbert Street, and not surprisingly, he was given a hostile reception. The fans made their feelings clear.
Well, I think he could have been a bit more honest with us before he left. I mean, I think it was obvious he wanted to go, and he should have been more open with the fans. I think it's the least we deserved.
If he has said to the chairman of the club that he was not taking the Villa job, and he was on television a couple of nights later going into his house, and that, it looks a bit suspicious, to say the least.
Yeah, he's let the fans down. I think, they won't get a very warm reception, I don't think, today.
Even before Little moved on to Villa Park, this was a crucial contest, a match both clubs desperately wanted to win, and the Foxes made a perfect start.
Under or up and over, and Spink had come, the defender had come, and the ball has been put in the net by Phil G, and Leicester City have taken the lead after 5.5 minutes, courtesy of a terrible misunderstanding in the Villa defence. If anything could be guaranteed to gratify the wishes of the Leicester City fans this afternoon, it is precisely what you've just seen. Still in play. And the equaliser for Aston Villa, scored by Guy Whittingham.
Martin George, the Leicester City chairman. Brian Little upset at the reaction that he got here. Do you think that was expected?
Well, I think you must also remember he's done a fantastic job here over 3.5 years, and people have come to think the world of him, respect a great deal his ability, and they're clearly disappointed that he's left them in the way that he has.
Youth team coach officially, and yet caretaker manager here. I mean, what have the last 2 weeks been like for you?
They've been fairly busy, but as we said this week in the press, Kevin and myself have thoroughly enjoyed it. We've been given a chance to look after a Premier League side, and I mean, that's what it's all about, really. It's been great. It's been hard work, but it's been great.
Does it give you a taste for the real thing? Would you like the job on a permanent basis?
We're not afraid of things like that, and if somebody was to say would we like the job, yeah, we wouldn't be afraid of it.
Now, the players have had to react following Brian Little's departure. How do you think they've done over the past week or so?
Attitude-wise, the players have been different class, and that's made it easy for myself and Kevin because they've responded to our training and we've had no problems whatsoever from them. Again today, attitude different class. Didn't pass the ball as much as we would like to do, but attitude was tremendous.
So here comes the corner. Back by Peacock. Albert to sweep it in. And Newcastle take the lead. This is Philpott. Now Mike Whitlow in towards David Oldfield. Oh, Cernicek caught in two minds, and David Oldfield has scored. 1-1. Will Fox. And it goes Howie! A second goal for Newcastle, and they're back in front. Maybe a shot here from Albert, and he's guided it in magnificently. 3-1 to Newcastle.
5 days later, Mark McGee was finally installed as City's new manager. McGee and his right-hand man, Colin Lee, both quit First Division Reading to form Filbert Street's new managerial double act.
You'd have to say at this stage it's a meteoric rise because, you know, third or fourth year management and here a chance in the Premiership, but of course it brings its problems with the position Leicester are in.
Yeah, well, I accepted that when I took the position, that they were in a difficult position, you know, but you can be sure that I looked at every aspect of it, I analysed results and analysed the fixtures, and I'm quite sure that and quite confident that eventually we can achieve the number of points needed.
You were very honest in the press interviews about, you know, Reading tried so hard to keep you. It went on deep into the night, and I think you left that meeting actually believing you'd stay at Elm Park, but then you woke up with different thoughts.
Well, I didn't leave the meeting because it was at my house. The chairman left and left me thinking I was probably going to stay, but that's been well documented already. I've accepted that I changed my mind during the night, and I've said it already. I still believe I had the right to do that. I'm here now, facing Blackburn today. We've done the work that we could in the 2 days we've been here already, and we'll do more during the game. We'll do more at half-time, and hopefully it'll get us a result.
Once again, Draper shows his skill on the ball, but runs into one man too many. Ripley with Shearer to his right. Good cross. Great save. Poole getting hands to the header from Sutton, and what a beautiful cross it was too. The relationship between these two blossoms with every game. Plenty of defenders there for Blackburn. And a very good effort indeed by Oldfield. Flowers saving comfortably. But it's the first time that they've really seriously got in among the Blackburn defenders.
Plays it back to Reading. Scales. Good running by Rush. Back with McManaman into Fowler. Shot! Oh, tremendous save from Poole. 10 yards outside the Leicester penalty area. Lays it to Ruddock. Shot comes in. Poole goal! Goes down. McManaman. Oh, breaks through. Still has it. Shot comes in. Great save from Poole. So Leicester's first corner of this second half. Philpott's there with Thompson. Quickly taken. Back to Blake. Good ball inside to Philpott. Pull down, penalty. Steve Thompson, who has yet to get on the score sheet, given the opportunity to put Leicester in the lead. Thompson against James. Oh, James saves it, tremendous save. Bjornby in with the left foot. Ruddock gets up, still there. Blake heads it away. In fact, the referee has given a penalty. Well, that looked very innocuous to me. So, a penalty at the Leicester end, and it's going to be Robbie Fowler against Kevin Poole. And it's there. Barnes flicks it through. Oh, lovely bit of skill from McManaman. Into Barnes. Cross comes in, rushes there. Good turn from McManaman. Just a little layoff. Agnew comes in. In fact, he has been sent off. It wasn't Agnew at the end, it was Simon Grayson. Now Grayson has already been booked. Agnew, little flick on, and it's in. Ewan Roberts has given Leicester City a little bit of hope.
Pallister was up, it's come out to Brian McClare. In by Hughes. Oh, and Roy Keane coming in. And good block by Kevin Poole. Cantona's in there. Off the line, and again, first time by the defender, second time by the goalkeeper. Cantona, the player defied. Colin Hill has lost it. Also say it sent a wave of relief around Old Trafford. They're shouting City reject at Oldfield, but he's more concerned about getting ahead on this corner. Oh, and Walsh has missed it, and it's in, Whitlow. The goalkeeper didn't make it, and Leicester have equalised. Well, number 3, Whitlow, is the man to keep an eye on, but this is a nightmare for Gary Walsh. He's come and missed it completely, and Whitlow just tucks it in to make it 1-1.
Graham Hyde. Maybe a way to goal opening up for him. It certainly has. Oh, that's a super goal for Graham Hyde. 5 minutes from half-time. Nolan's in trouble. A push and a penalty. David Lowe sent tumbling, and the referee says inside the area. So here is Steve Thompson. No, off the post, and that won't count. No other player has touched it in between. Just over 10 minutes of the first half to go. Linnigan it well. Off goes Kiwomya. It's a great chance, and he's taken it too. Chris Kiwomya. This is Grayson on the overlap. Towards Roberts. 1-1. Leicester back on level terms. Slater. The tackle was a clean one, right on the edge of the box. Here's Tanner. Oh, beautiful strike by Adam Tanner. And Ipswich are back in front. Kiwomya is in yards of space here. 3-1. Another dreadful lapse at the back by Leicester. Here's Slater. Kawamya. Ipswich really have turned on the style in this second half. It goes Yallop, and it's 4-1.
Good ball from Hill, finds Roberts, who'd moved over on this near side. Oldfield wants it quickly. Shot comes in! Oh, great! A great strike from David Oldfield. Simple move, started deep. Grayson turned it inside. Oldfield with room, picked his spot. Thompson gets out of trouble well. To Willis, he's got Grayson on the far side, just coming into picture at the top. Into Lowe, to Roberts, he must be offside, he's not. The Enfield players look across to the linesman. He kept his flag down, and Ewan Roberts' 6th goal of the season.
City were through to round 4 of the Cup, but Premiership prospects were not helped by the basement battle with Crystal Palace.
And Pitcher, Palace covering so well for each other. Humphrey now coming forward on the left of midfield. What is going on? Lovely ball out to Darren Pitcher. Ross coming in, again looking for Nadar. A goal by Ricky Newman. The famine is over. Ricky Newman, the man to do it. Palace 1, Leicester 0. Marvellous strike by Ricky Newman. That unwanted record has gone. Palace pressure paying off. Spectacular effort from Ricky Newman.
That defeat was the 13th away match of the season without success. But the Foxes finally got it right at Main Road, where £1 million man Mark Robins made his debut.
Lawrence tries to get the cross in, it chips it in their post, and there's Robins. Former Manchester United striker has scored against Manchester City. Ball coming out of the water, and Robins got his head there first. Rain beating down in the face of somebody. Neat chip in. Is he going to be there? Oh, how's he get that off the line?
After holding on at Main Road, the Foxes rounded off a great week in the FA Cup.
The goal that won the game came just before the interval. It was set up by the interception and cross of Lee Philpott and turned home joyfully by Ewan Roberts. With respects, Leicester haven't had too many chances to try out their goal celebration routines just lately, but they're getting there. It's been the best week since Mark McGee arrived. One of the worst moments in the 15-year career of Portsmouth keeper Alan Knight followed with 20 minutes to go. He was convinced he'd stopped Mark Draper's shot just inside the box. The officials thought otherwise. Knight, never previously sent off, was victim of a borderline decision, but probably a correct decision. It just about summed up Portsmouth Day. Leicester are in the 5th round for the first time in 10 years.
But it was not such a happy story in the Premiership, where the Foxes ended January at the foot of the table. 2 points behind Ipswich Town, albeit with a game in hand on the men from Portman Road. West Ham United were the next club up the ladder, and the Hammers were next to arrive at Filbert Street. A crucial contest for both clubs, but not a happy one for Mark McGee and his men.
Being boxed in there. But who was it there helping him? Oh, chance here for Julian Dix maybe. He can tank a ball, must be! 1-0, and that's Tony Cotty's 100th league goal for West Ham United. No wonder they're celebrating. Smith. Oh, a loose ball from Smith, picked up by Tony Cotty. Now then, will he go on his own, Tony Cotty? He'll try the shot here, surely. Down he goes, penalty it is! And Grayson felt that the former Everton striker took a dive, and there was a swing there from Nicky Mohan, and that really is ridiculous because he could get himself sent off for such foolishness. And Kevin Poole now facing up to Julian Dix, who's scored once from the penalty spot this season. Twice now, and West Ham United lead Leicester City by 2-0. Here's Lee Philpott. This one for McCloskey. Didn't get a hold of it. A chance here. Galloway. Oh! It's turned back again. The header in, and it's there! Robbins scores. McCluskey made the initial error. The ball played back again by Steve Thompson. And Mark Robbins marks his home debut with a well-taken goal at the far post. It's Leicester City 1, West Ham United 2.
Robbins' second goal in 3 games, but the home defeat by the Hammers was a real blow. At Highbury, the Foxes staged a great fight back.
Oh, what a great chance goal! Merson, brilliant! And Paul Merson has bounced back with a goal, and boy, didn't he deserve it. McGoldrick's cross, and bang, Merson. Well, Leicester feel they could snatch something here. Draper, 1-1. The warning signs were there, and Draper gets the equaliser to stun Arsenal. Well, we pinpointed him as the danger man earlier on, and Adams missed that one, and Draper makes it 1-1.
This is Steve Thompson. And Grayson working it up to Galloway. Oh, it's a good dummy by David Kelly. Took him beautifully away from Willis. This is Goodman. Kelly's continued his run in the centre. He's the only one who's there at the moment. Kelly! Fantastic goal! Absolutely brilliant goal! Well, you won't see a better one in the FA Cup unless you're very, very lucky. Look at this, he sells Willis on the dummy, David Kelly, and supplies the pass that gets the move going. Now then, while Goodman's going down the right, Kelly's sprinting up the middle, and when the cross comes in, it's a diving header.
Steve Staunton. It's not a bad strike. Oh, it's taken a wicked deflection. And a goal for Aston Villa, 8 minutes gone. Dean Saunders. Staunton having a strike for goal, and he's got his reward. It's 2-0, Steve Staunton. Little layoff was by Dwight York. This is Gary Charles. The keeper's lost it. Off the crossbar from Johnson. York, 3-0. An hour gone. Parker. Here's David Lowe. Oh, good turn by Robbins. And Bosnich can't keep it out. David Lowe doing well. And that's a really sharp piece of work by Mark Robbins to pull a goal back. Now Ehihog. It'll fall for Tommy Johnson. Oh, and he's taken it so coolly. And the 3-goal advantage is restored, 4-1 to Villa. Laid off by Draper to Thompson. In goes Roberts. It was a free header. 4-2. And suddenly Leicester's hopes are revived again. Good header by Roberts. Parker. Bosnich couldn't hold it. And David Lowe to make it 4-3. Drama here right to the last. Parker with a shot that Bosnich could only beat out. And Lowe was there to pounce. 2 minutes left. So are we in now for one final twist in the tail? Here's the corner. And it goes low, yes! 4-4. Right at the last. A dramatic comeback by Leicester. 2 goals for David Lowe. And all credit to Leicester for the way that they have recovered in this game from being at one stage 3-0 down and 4-1.
Great drama at Villa Park was followed by another goals feast at Coventry.
Burrows with the free kick then for Coventry. Now Kevin Richardson. So often at the heart of Coventry's better moves. Dublin getting the flick on too. In goes Flynn. Sean Flynn. And a goal for Coventry. 18 minutes gone. A well-taken goal by Sean Flynn. Richardson steered out to Pickering. Now Dublin's after this one. He has the strength to set up the chance for Mike Marsh, which he has accepted in some style. 2-0 Coventry lead. Now Robbins down for Lowe, and Leicester have pulled the goal back. They're revealing their character, their fighting spirit once again. Robbins has pulled into the middle. Roberts arriving too! A classic header by Ewan Roberts. And he's every cause to celebrate. That's a cracking goal. And Leicester have turned it round to 2-2. Cook with the free kick. Oh, Flynn is onside! And Coventry are back in front again. Some anguish looks among those Leicester defenders. They lost their bearings then. Up towards Unlove. Now Kevin Richardson releasing Cook. Unlove through the middle, and Cook has found him too. This is Peter Unlove, and it's 4-2.
That goal-packed contest meant City's final 2 games in February featured no less than 14 goals, a remarkable tally. Frustratingly, 6 goals scored have produced just 1 point out of a possible 6, and the Foxes were now rooted to the bottom of the table. The month of March began with a home match with Everton. The Merseysiders rock-bottomed themselves earlier in the season.
Roberts dispossessed, Horn now, Limpar. Neil Lewis is the full-back, this is Colin Hill. Hill caught by Barlow, no foul. This is Limpar now for Everton. Oh, what a splendid goal by Anders Limpar. 5 minutes in, and Limpar gives Everton the lead with a cracking shot. Confirmation that we've hit the 45-minute mark. With Everton in control, courtesy of a goal by Anders Limpar. Good fair-looking cross, got cleared by Unsworth. Barlow. Horn. Is there time for one last raid for Everton before half-time? That's a great header on by Ferguson. Samways out towards the goal scorer, Anders Limpar. Hinchcliffe. Samways, they've got a second. What a marvellous Everton attack. The passing there was crisp and incisive, and finished with a simple tap-in by Vinnie Samways. Should be Kevin Pools. Willis. Headed on by Roberts. Lowe, whose influence on the game is growing all the while. Galloway with a cross. Draper! Goal for Leicester City! Well, that goal had been coming for about 10 minutes. Galloway supplied this low cross, and Draper drove it past Neville Southall, and Leicester City are back in this game. '22 is Jamie Lawrence. Galloway. Low. He's beaten Matt Jackson. Flicked on at the near post, Southall, it's gone in, and the referee says goal, and it's given courtesy of Ewan Roberts. And for once Neville Southall could do little about this. From the moment Lowe cut outside Jackson, Everton were in trouble. Roberts flicked it on, and it's in at the near post. It was Robbins who flicked it on, and in by Robbins.
The Foxes had now gone 6 matches without a win, a sequence that got worse.
Here's Andy Impey. He's got his cross in too. Still Leicester haven't got it away. Here goes McDonald! And with just under 20 minutes to go, a breakthrough at last for Queen's Park Rangers. Alan McDonald. Barker. Now Trevor Sinclair. It's been a real slog for Leicester this afternoon. Barker on for Holloway. These two the driving forces in midfield for Queen's Park Rangers. Clive Wilson. Always being allowed to go a long, long way here and being allowed to go too far. A second goal scored by Clive Wilson, aided by a deflection. The early flourish has certainly come from Nottingham Forest. Brian Roy with the corner. It goes Pearce. And Chettle handled on the line by Neil Lewis. Now what action will the referee take here? He's reaching for the red card. Deliberate handball. And Neil Lewis has to go. So in comes Stuart Pearce and drives it into the corner. And Forest have the lead on 8 minutes. Lawrence with the corner. He's got another chance to cross it in here. And well met by David Lowe. And Leicester have equalised. Lowe with the header. A well-flighted cross by Jamie Lawrence. 16 minutes gone. Now Brian Roy looking to torment Leicester again. Bohinen. Pearce arriving in support. And Ian Wone. Collymore in the middle. And Collymore scores! And Forest are back in front again. Lawrence taking the corner. Bohinen got away from Draper, and then Roy sweeping it forward. The counter-attack is on here. Ian Wone. He's got Collymore to his left, Bohinen to his right. It's Wone again. It's going to be another one. 3-1 to Nottingham Forest. And how swiftly and menacingly they broke then from one end of the field to the other. Conditions really heavy now. Good flick on by Roberts. And there's Draper. And a shot that's deceived the goalkeeper. 3-2. Is this going to be yet another comeback by Leicester City? Draper's shot bouncing just in front of Crossley. We're now deep into injury time. Collymore. Leicester defenders pushing up, and they've left Bohinen in so much space. Jason Lee, and it's 4-2. That's pitched it now.
City were scoring goals. The problem was they were still leaking badly at the back. Failure to win at home was giving Mark McGee's men a mountain to climb.
Really playing the advantage. Oh, that's a great ball through. 1-0. Yes, superbly taken. Oh, magic stuff. A marvellous ball through, and he picked his spot, drilled it low past John Lukic. Parker trying to bend it round, didn't quite bend it enough for Robbins. And, Neil Lewis now trying to hold up Rod Wallace. Oh, Wallace has done well, gets a good cross in. Yeboah! 5 goals in 5 games for Anthony Yeboah. McAllister. Balls through the middle. Chance here for Wallace. He's a good finisher, but he was driven wide. Oh, good save by Poole. In comes the header from Yeboah. That's his second of the night. On to Blake. Palmer in quickly. Now then, Carlton Palmer tears away. It was a good job he wasn't brought down there. It could have been a sending off. And 3-1 Leeds United lead. 78 minutes into this game.
At Spurs, the Foxes were shot down by the German.
Anderton. Out by Lewis, but only straight to Klinsmann. And at last, Tottenham have their reward. 8 minutes to go.
Klinsmann's only goal of the match condemned City to their 4th successive defeat. Just 1 point gained in the month of March meant no improvement in the league position. Still bottom of the Premiership, 2 points behind Ipswich Town. April Fool's Day produced a 7-goal drama at Filbert Street and the Foxes' 5th defeat in succession.
All the tall men are up in the 6-yard box, jostling for position. Parker sweeps it in, the header comes in, it's there! Well, that was well worked. Mark Robbins, it was, who met the header. Good header away from Jimmy Willis. Kimball back with Barton. Little flick inside to Thorne, back to Barton again. Cross comes in. Oh, that was easy. That really was a well-worked goal. Holdsworth, far side, turns inside Willis beautifully. Cross to Goodman. Oh, he must got a chance. It's there. It's number 2. Man with a shot. Oh, how unlucky for the youngster. Corner comes in. Header. It's it. Parker with the corner. Ormonroyd, Carey, and Willis up there. Cross comes in. Header from Ormonroyd. Oh, top of the bar. It is not. Great header from Ormonroyd from the corner onto the bar, and Sullivan just misjudged it slightly. This could be number 3. Oh, it is! Yes, it's gone in! And we've got about a minute and a half left to go on the watch. Leicester 3, Wimbledon 3. Header from Hartford. Oh, it's number 4! I don't believe it. Eady ignores him. Hands it straight at Parker. To Roberts, he's got Grayson on his outside. Good running across from Lawrence on that far side. Pace takes him past Newman. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can, and it comes. Nobody's there. Parker with a shot. Oh! Gary Parker has broken the deadlock.
Parker's super goal secured City's first win in 12 matches. But sadly, there was to be no great escape. A 1-0 defeat at Sheffield Wednesday left City with no hope. Relegation was confirmed before the home match with Man United.
Claire's been operating mainly on the right-hand side, but now for this throw, it's left to Neville to try and pitch it somewhere near Pallister, I would think.
Again, Leicester on the back foot. Broken up though by Draper. Now Parker. He's giving it straight back though to Barnes. This is Robbie Fowler. So sharp around the box. And a goal for Robbie Fowler.
All that remained now was the battle to avoid finishing bottom of the table. The home match with relegated Ipswich went a long way to settling that argument.
Simon Milton to Johnson. Lewis in on him quickly. And that was enough to make him create the mistake. Oh, and Walks missed it. Robbins is in. Must be 1-0. Oh dear, oh dear. Driven in low, is there! 1-0, 67 minutes gone. The shot hit low and to the far corner. And Mike Whitlow is the hero of Filbert Street right now. We're in the last third of the field. Pinning Ipswich back. Oh, and there's number 2! Hooked home by Lowe. And that's it as far as Ipswich Town are concerned. The 91st minute. And David Lowe comes from this throw from Lawrence. Good distance here. Linnigan can't get hold of it. And tremendous finish that from Lowe.
Yes, a great finish by David Lowe, confirming City's victory over the men from Portman Road. A win that left Ipswich 3 points adrift at the bottom, Mark McGee's men moving into 21st place. Relegation for both clubs was long since decided. The April table confirmed the gap behind the rest. Next came the final home match of the season against Chelsea.
Again, the variation, the long one, the header coming in there. Oh, and it's 1-0. Here's Hill. Parker. Good ball in. Robbins. Shot coming in from Joachim. A lot of bodies to get that one through. And the fire, what a goal! Jimmy Willis! He hit it on the turn. An exquisite finish there from Jimmy Willis. The man who followed Brian Little from Darlington to Filbert Street. And what a goal!
The final match was against Southampton at the Dell.
Letizier. Ball at the far post. Now Moncao, and it's just sneaked in under the bar. And Southampton go in front. Kenneth Moncao. On by Grayson. Looking to send Joachim away. And the back pass all the way back to Dave Besson. Somewhat clumsily away. Letizier. Taking on Willis. Now Grayson. Putting himself in a tangle though. Shipley sliding it through. Letizier! It's 2 for Southampton. And that was all of Leicester's making. Some very untidy defending, and they've been punished for it. Madison. Laid off to Madison again until the intervention by Willis. Now off goes Joachim. A chance maybe to show his pace. Draper. Hounded by Magilton. Then Draper losing out. Parker taking over. Parker again from Whitlow's pass. And Parker with a stunning finish. And Leicester are back in the game at 2-1. Gary Parker. And he took his goal really well then. A neat combination with Mike Whitlow. And just look at his close control and his clinical strike. Well beyond the sprawling figure of Dave Besson. Here's Parker. Whitlow. On by Willis. And straight to Moncao. This is Joachim. Colin Hill. Off goes Parker, released away down that right side. Robbins! 2-2. Right at the finish. And once again, Leicester have revealed their powers of recovery. Such a good finish by Robbins. The danger created by that long clearance upfield. Parker to sweep it across, and Robbins to sweep it in.
So the Foxes ended their Premiership campaign on a positive note. A 3-match unbeaten run offered hope for the future. The race to finish above Ipswich was won, and Mark McGee had restored just a little pride to Filbert Street in the final matches.